not good. Chat is disabled for this live stream. That's not true. Uh-oh. Hold up. Hold up. No, it's totally on. That's weird. Nebby, hello. See you right there. Right there. We got. Let's try that one more time. Chat is disabled for this live stream. That's very strange. So that doesn't believe that that Nebby can talk, but Nebby can. Thought it was Wednesday earlier. Yeah. It's definitely Tuesday today, but since we're doing Thanksgiving stuff this week, I decided we would hang out today for a little bit. I actually only have enough time for an hour, and then I have to jump over to a different chat because I have been promised to draw over there. So that's fun. But we'll hang out for a little bit here. Let's get some music going. We'll be doing like I'm hanging out with Drew today in the Discord. If people want to come hang out in the Discord, you're very welcome to. I'm going to start with a rugby. But then after that, we'll do like kind of a mini viewer suggestion today, where I think we're just going to hang out. We're just going to hang out and suggest stuff and doodle things. And hang out till about 11, and then we'll call it a day. I hope everybody's having a wonderful week. I hope everybody's Thanksgiving plans are going smoothly. Yeah, that's it. I worked on the script last night for the next Why You Should Play video, which was supposed to be out last week. And every time I'm like, I'll just record it. It'll take 5 minutes. It's much more complicated than that. Which is usually how those videos go. I usually have like this will be fine, and then 6 pages later, it's like, oh, this is not what I thought it would be. So I don't know if I'm going to get that finished because we'll have people in town on Thursday, but I might end up staying up late and doing it. Who knows? Tiffany, welcome. I don't want to get D&D related ads to your stream. It feels appropriate. That's interesting. I don't know what ads would be playing, but I'm glad they're D&D themed and not something else. Nice. I got another video prompt for the D&D Shorts guy this morning, and I was like, I gave him a lot of shit yesterday. I'd better actually watch this video and make a new a new decision on it. And I watched it, and it was about the mobility feat, and I was like, yeah, that's okay. Like, it's fine. It's super cheese, but at the same time, it's not actually that bad. Like, it's not that broken. It's like, how to be amazing. Be level 6. Use the haste spell. It's like, yeah, that's it. That's super good. The haste spell is super good. The mobility feat is awesome on pretty much any class. When in doubt, mage punch and run. That's the rule. Druid, have you seen Gartic Phone? I think you know what it is, right? That might be a fun way for us to... Yeah. It might be a fun way for us to, like, practice animation. That being said, it's kind of... I don't want to say it's clunky, but it's not the best drawing application. So, I don't know. It could be fun to just do animations someday. You know what? I bet we could actually do that with Aggie. Just like, yeah. because you can export all the layers. So if you draw and then make a new layer and just like crank the opacity down, like you're manually keyframing, but then just export all that out and throw it into After Effects. Like that's totally, we could totally animate that way as a group. No, but like we could actually, you know, make something, which would be fun instead of. That's true. A little bit more that I think I want to get some of my other projects up off the ground. And Corvus, hello. And for me to do that, I'm gonna have to do some form of animation, whether it's like a keyframe animation or if I'm just animating sprites for Unity or something. Basically, because of the Soul Witch project is kind of going live this week, like they're starting to promote it and stuff, which is cool. Which means that next month I will be working on like basically a Discord game app and then a mobile game app. And if I'm going to be doing that stuff anyways, I might as well start moving on my own projects. So we'll see how that happens. Oh boy, what happened there? Rugby doesn't have good shapes. Okay, I don't know how to draw Rugby's shapes. How's that? That's a better way to say it. I need to define Rugby's shapes. It's like, is his head a koala? I have a feeling that people without D&D experience would think that Rugby is some kind of mutated koala. What are we doing today? Yeah, right. Today we're hanging out. I got about an hour, and if people want to see something drawn, they can maybe sketch it. But as is, we're just doodling, hanging out, relaxing, chilling out, relaxing. Yeah, that was about as far as I got, and then I decided not to do it as well. Rugby is an animated football, hence the lack of arms. That could be true. Junk Giant, you can take up more space if you need to on the campus. Oh yeah, no problem. There's a link in the Discord if people would like to draw with us today. I am taking up a lot of space. What the F? Get out of here. Hey, F12 instead of F11. It's Rugby Thursday. I didn't draw Rugby as a turkey yet, so we're going to do that. Because every Thanksgiving, we've got to draw turkey rugby. Except with the way that Rugby is, I feel like Rugby might just put a turkey on his head. He'd probably shove his head into the cavity of the turkey. That sounds really bad out of context, but whatever. Just sticks his head through a turkey. what turkeys' heads look like. I know they got the gobble. The waddle? The... But they don't... Do they have... That'll work. Waddles! King, welcome. My phone rings. Yeah, so I'm sure I'm going to be working on some stuff next month related to the game stuff. But I think from there, I'm probably going to start moving into Unity and just start using Unity all the time. So that could be fun. We're going to have to relearn Unity. I've been getting non-stop spam calls all day. It's driving me up the wall. Might have to turn my phone off. This looks more like a turkey. Turkey is like riding him. But maybe that's okay. That's pretty close to Rugby having arms. But still pretty funny. That's the trick. Is everyone's like, Rugby's got arms! It's like, wait a minute. Are those the turkey legs? Is that turkey controlling Rugby like Ratatouille style? Yes, yes it is. That would be even funnier though. Instead of the arms being down here, we like put Rugby's ears up, and then we put the little chicken feet. Rugbatuli. So there's a thing I did. I was watching a video about goblinoids and somebody mentioned that they favor their bugbears as cat-like. Yeah, I think I mean their bugbears are big old lazy people, right? Like that's their whole shtick is that they don't want to do anything, so they make all the goblins do it. Which is also funny because they're just like units, right? Like, and so Literally anything. Yeah. Super huge, super quiet, have reach, murderous intent. Like, bugbears are great, but they just don't want to do anything. Like, they just lack the intent, which sounds very much like a cat. It's like, oh, what's that? You want me to murder something? Yeah, sure. No, I'm not going to do it. It's like, there's 1,000 mice just running around. Like, So, I could definitely see you running one like a cat. This is very non-plus. Like, yeah, what do you do? And now I want to see a cat like bugbear. I got art homework from my art teacher, and now because I have been off for so long, it's just copying images. Like, bummer. Reverse rugby bugbear with a goblin hat. That's the kobold vendor, basically. Oh, but I see what you're saying. So it's just, we just draw a bugbear with a goblin. I've put lots of goblin skulls on things, so I'm not too. I don't think we're too far off from doing that. It's the anti-rugby. His eyes are just like always in the middle. There we go. He's just all arms. All arms and no legs. What am I doing? What am I doing right now? Have you seen Invincible on Amazon? I have seen Invincible. I really like the storyline. I didn't like how it was presented. It was a little too gore porn for me. They enjoy squishing brains, and I'm not. I'm not into it. Not into it. I definitely appreciate something we talked about with. I watched The Boys on Amazon, and then I watched Invincible, and I think Invincible does it better. Because the Invincible really makes you feel death. Like, anytime somebody dies in that show, it's like, it's brutal and it sucks and it affects the viewer and affects the people in the world. It is just gore. There's a lot of gore in it, yeah. But The Boys, on the other hand, like, trivialize it and make it funny and just like, haha, look how gory this is. And it's just like, I'm not into that. So I think Invincible does it better, but it's hard to watch. Like, really, that's what it is. Like, it's a really good story, but it's hard to watch. And partially, I think it's hard to watch because they, like, the old Trauma movies. I used to watch those all the time, which were very much gore, like gore themed. But it's like the old school, like B-film gore fest slaughterhouse movies are usually just supposed to be gross and weird and like silly, but for some reason the way Invincible and The Boys did it, like, it's almost too visceral and it doesn't feel campy anymore. it is just gore. It's like, ugh, whoa. Yeah, I think Invincible is a much better version of The Boys in means of, like, discussion and, like, the overall story. But Invincible definitely had its weird moments. So super hard to watch, but not a bad story at all. I think it's a really good story. Hello. Doing okay. bring it up because I want to ask for an Oath of Glory Paladin Leonin, and that's just Battle Beast in D&D. Yeah, I don't know. What is Battle Beast? Is Battle Beast in Invincible? Was that the big guy in the one of the big guys of the Justice League people in it? Because if so, he dies in the first episode. Spoiler alert! Everybody dies in that show. Man, why do I hate Leonid so much? It probably is just because of Magic the Gathering making me hate Ajani. I really think that's it. I think that's the only thing. I've become prejudiced against cat lion folk. Because Ajani is such a bullshit character. How does this game work? Okay, well, if you get to 20 life, you die. Okay, can I have a character that gives me more life? Sure, that's fine. What about a character that gives you more damage when you get more life? That seems a little powerful. What about a character that gives you life when you get more powerful by getting more life? What? And like, that's a Johnny in a nutshell. Okay. What if every time I gained a life, I got an extra character, and every time I got a character, all my other characters get stronger, but then every time my characters get stronger, I gain more life, and I want to. It's just green and white in general, yeah. And I hate it. I hate it so much. Back in the day, you kind of had to choose whether you wanted tokens or life gain, and they just keep blending it into one thing. It's like, stop. Blue's doing the same thing with their stuff, because they're just like, would you like to counter a spell or draw a card or mill or make somebody mill a card and then you draw a card anyways? It's like, what? As soon as they started making the multicolored cards, the game mechanics just broke down. And I feel like the game has just shifted in a way that I don't enjoy as much anymore. And then they're like, what about Planeswalkers? It's like, oh god. No. Planeswalkers are a relatively new thing. Honestly, I think Planeswalkers should be a separate game type. Because I really think what they were intended for was they wanted Commander to be the thing. And so when Planeswalkers originally came out, they were intended, I think, to be commanders. And you were only allowed to have, like you could only have one Jace the Mind Sculptor ever. Even if it was a different card, they're like, nope, Jace is Jace. And now they're like, sure, have 15 in the deck as long as the name is different on the card. And it's just like, the power spike from it just is bananas. Because it adds a whole extra mechanic to the game. No, I mean, that's standard. That's standard Magic now. This is the problem. Yeah. That's basically what I do. Whenever my friends are like, oh, I have 15 Planeswalkers. It's like, cool, I'm not going to play that deck. I'm like, what? I mean, yeah. It really, it's the same thing with D&D. Like, action economy is key. Right? And so that's why, like, the multicolor cards where you used to have to draw a card to cast Lightning Bolt and draw a card to gain 3 life, but they're like, what about Lightning Helix? It's like, that's 2 cards for the same price, but 1 card. That's super powerful. That's 2 actions in 1 for the same price. And then with the Planeswalkers, they don't count as creatures, so all of the, like, remove target creature cards no longer affect them, and they gain an additional action each turn that is the equivalent of a free card, basically. Or more, depending on what it does. So it's definitely, because it doesn't take mana, it just takes this action. And it fundamentally changed the dynamics of the game. And I don't think for the better. Like that's really my argument. So if you're playing a Planeswalker deck, someone has a Planeswalker deck, like you need Planeswalkers to counter it, and they're like, yeah, that's fine. It's like, ugh, gross. Not on board. Groot or Gruul. What's his name? Man, what is his name? It's like GHURLL? Gruul? Garruk. Yeah, Garruk the GARR. Garruk the pack leader. Yeah, I think that was one of the first ones. I think that was one that came out in the first Planeswalker packs. Because he used to be just on cards. I think he died. I think in lore they killed him. Yeah, they switched him to red. They switched him to red, and then there was Braids. Braids was another one. But see, those just used to be creature cards. They were legendary creature cards, and they worked really well, and then they made them into Planeswalkers, which just fundamentally, like I said, changes the power. Game balancing and dynamics is fun. You doing suggestions, Rookzer0? I've got about 20 minutes left, so probably not. I'm drawing a Leonid just because King said one. If you have something, Tibbers, you can try to fit it in there, but I do have to go. I have to go in about 20 minutes. So I gotta go do some other stuff, and then gotta get ready for the Turkey Day stuff. I'm talking about Magic the Gathering again. I get real salty when I play Arena. I don't. That's why I don't play it anymore. No, yeah. I've stopped playing it, but I used to play it and I got really salty. So I like Magic. I really do like Magic. Like I like the art. I like the mechanics of a lot of the cards. I like the customization you can have with a lot of different decks. But like most things, like the meta usually is the thing that ruins it for me. Because things will be like, this is the optimal thing, so that's what everybody plays, and it's like, so you have to build the counter to it if you want to play, or you have to build that thing. And so a lot of Burger Friend is pretty good. A lot of games I play, I generally try to like find meta counters that aren't traditional, just because that's the best thing I can do to have fun. And I can do that with Magic for the most part. I'm able to do that. So, that's fine. But it is an uphill battle because of me not wanting to use Planeswalkers and stuff. It's like, I'm going to beat you without this broken crap. Yep. Yep. Extort was a fun one thing that they broke and eventually fixed. Yep. Yeah, Eldrazi was kind of like the beginning of the end for Magic, I feel like. What if we add a new mechanic that just removes people's cards? Excuse me? Yeah, like what if it just, every time they do anything, it just removes their cards? No. Like, no, let's not do that. I think that's why Pokemon outcompeted Digimon. They kept bare bone mechanics while Digimon was gameplay nonsense. Yeah, I think Digimon really tried to take the Pokemon idea and make a real RPG out of it, but like Pokemon works so much better because of its simplicity. I think that's an absolute fair. I was watching. Yeah, there was a card game for it. No, Digimon 100% just tried to be Pokemon. but like they were like, what about more edgy? And it's like you didn't do that well. You didn't do that well at all. So I think what's the game that Sierra's been playing on stream? Is it Shinigami Tensei? Is that right? Basically, it's Pokemon, but with demons. So if you wanted an edgy Pokemon game, that's it. Like, because you're running around grabbing demons and playing. I think that was what Digimon was trying to do, and they did it way better than Digimon did. I liked the show, but... It is. So it's very Dark Persona. Because I think everybody is an individual demon, but you can recruit them, I think is the point, is kind of where I was going with it. So I think, yeah, you're assembling a team to do these things, and they go crazy, but whereas Digimon was like, we'll do Pokemon, but this way, and it's like, that's not it at all. Like, you guys didn't achieve that. I think Digimon did a really good job as an anime, and as like a comic idea. They wanted to tell a better story because Pokemon is the story of Pokemon is very flippant. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense as a game, like, because it's bare bones. Like, you're a kid, you want to be the greatest ever. Go out there and do stuff. You're like, cool. That doesn't work well for the way the anime is set up. But Digimon actually had a story, and then I think them trying to make it more game-like and more Pokemon-like made it worse for itself. I think they really could have just leaned into it really hard. And maybe they did. I haven't read the comics. I've seen a few of them, and I watched some of the original shows. And then it feels like they just spiraled out of control, which, you know, stories tend to do. Which is where I think the Shinigami... Shinigami... I can't say it now. Shinigami? There we go. Whatever. I think that's a much better, like, RPG with, like, massive amounts of characters and unique ability adaptations, which is where Pokemon could have gone to make it a little more edgy. Because really, the reason Pokemon isn't edgy and doesn't, like, scale whale. Blah, blah, blah. It's gonna be one of those days. It's because of how simple it is. Like, oh, this one's an ice cream cone. It's like you could tell really, really good stories in the Pokemon universe. You just don't. Because like there's a lot of really cool dark lore, and they're just like, haha, we're gonna just gloss over that. It's like, but why? Meta and PvP is not fun half the time. They didn't make Digimon an RPG. They made it a bloated team. That's fair. Yeah. Trading card kit. I really liked I bought one of the original Pokemon comics, the manga. It was really good. It's really, really good. But it's a lot darker than the show. Yeah, I mean it's brutal. It's brutal. And so you know, it's a thing. And I very much like it. But yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like the games themselves are kind of as they are, and that's like they're stuck within their own limitations because of that. Vegapig, it's a plant. It's a plant race. There are ghost-type Pokemon that are unironically just dead kid souls. That's dark. Yeah, exactly. But like in the games, they're just like, oh look, that's a dead kid, and then just stop. They don't talk about it anymore. Yeah. Hey, can you draw a Panther Rakshasa crime boss? I'm gonna draw this. Where are we? Let me see. Kimber's is asking for a Bugbear Moon Druid, and I have about 13 minutes, so I don't know if I'm gonna get to the Rakshasa crime boss. Unless I do these real quick. Let's see what we can do. Bugbear Moon Druid. I've been trying a lot recently to get better head shapes. So I might just try to do each of these as like a really quick portrait. Why? Yeah. It's a color, right? Yeah. It's probably the basis for rust as well, I would assume. That could be true too. No, I think you're right. I was reading something about like oranges are one of the few fruits that are named after a color and not the other way around. Yeah. Are oranges berries? I don't remember. Oranges are walnuts? Oh, droops. Droops. Okay. Oranges? I didn't know that. I didn't know orange trees had thorns. No, I did not. Blueberries. I don't remember what bugbears look like anymore. I'm struggling. We were talking about cats. We were talking about panthers, and now I've got this. I got whatever this boy is. I don't know what he's doing. Did I go too small in the jaw? Is that what I did? This looks like this definitely looks more like a lionhead again. What have I done? I think I'm giving him too much of a cat nose because we were talking about cats. Thank you. Not enough beard is what I've done. Yeah, more button shop. I think he was in the no. Actually, they did a crossover event. Well, not really a crossover event. They did a series where the X-Men were basically, yeah. And I think Wolverine was an ogre or a troll. I don't remember. He might have been a troll because of the regeneration, but yeah. Yeah, that's most of the comments in on the Bugbear video. Because people are like, Wolverine, more like Sabretooth. It's like they're the same character. It's fine. Yeah. But you're so good at it. You have experience. An hour or just to go do it once? Okay, that's not so bad. There we go. All right, the Panther Rakshasa we might have to do another time. That being said, if you type in Panther mod boss, I know there's a character. I know there's an artist that does that. He draws a whole comic about that, so feel free to go check that out. I cannot remember his name. Yeah, I cannot remember his name. I think that's about it. I do have to take off. Remind me next time, and we'll make sure that when we do the viewer suggestion again, I'll draw a panther for you. We'll make a note of it. I'll try to get that done. I'm gonna go take off, go get some work done for the Soul Witches, and then get things set up for Thanksgiving. So thanks everybody for hanging out today. Sorry it was such a short one. I did a poll. There's a poll up on the YouTube channel right now about what days are best for people to play games. If we want to play something like Sketchful or just do this or Gartic Phone. Go vote on that if you would for me. Go watch some videos. I mean, just because of Thanksgiving, I doubt I'm going to get the video out on Friday. If I do, awesome. If not, next week for sure. Otherwise, yeah. Enjoy your weekend, everybody, or your days off. If you don't have a Thanksgiving plan, enjoy your week. Just have a nice time. Take a break. I might be around on the Discord for the rest of the week if you guys want to hang out. But it'll be sparse, and I'll just be looking at people's art and talking about stuff. So, otherwise, stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dice on the table, and we will catch you next week. Bye. 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 Bye.